In this video, I'm going to take you for a drive on some of Strathbogie State Forest's easier tracks. The tracks' names will appear down on the bottom left of your screen with a little green dot for easy or a blue dot for medium. And if you want to see what gear I'm in, I'll indicate 4 high or 4 low or 2 high up in the top right of your screen. If you want to see more of the same videos, leave a comment below and I'll do the same again on more easy tracks. Thanks for watching. This is what you have to deal with when you go away on a long weekend. This is a 100 zone and we're doing 70. There's just so much traffic. And of course there's still the idiots that overtake. Just a quick stop in Bonnie Doon to take in some sunshine and the magnificent views of Lake Eildon. As you can hear, there's plenty of traffic crossing over the bridge. Anyway, I've got a couple more Ks and then I'm turning off Maroondah Highway and heading into Strathbogie State Forest. Well, that was a fun drive. Wasn't expecting hills like that, but it was enjoyable. A bit muddy, so there was a bit of sliding, but still had a lot of fun. We're at Cocker's Sluice Hole, which is in the Dry Creek Goldfield. It used to be used for mining gold. What they did was they built a sluice hole with lots of different sluice boxes where they would collect the stones and the rocks and then go through and see if they could find any alluvial gold. Obviously nothing there anymore. The only thing that remains is these really steep sides where the sluice hole used to be. The creek is known as Hell's Hole Creek, and apparently it's got to do with the topography around here being quite steep and hard to work in, hard for the miners to work in. Alright, let's keep moving. The next stop is Golden Mountain Lookout. It's about 3 k's up the road, and then after that we'll head to my campsite for the night, where I'll have some lunch and set up camp. Welcome to Mount Golden Lookout. You can see Lake Eildon down there, and then this is all the Strathbogie Ranges, Strathbogie State Forest. And here comes some more bikes. I've seen quite a few up here. Trail bikes. Okay. So I've got myself a campsite. It's quite close to the road. It's getting late and I didn't want to drive another half an hour to the place I camped last time. It's someone's been camping here before. I don't know why, but there's two fireplaces, two fire pits. I'm not going to use either because they both had rubbish in them, so I've set up my portable fire pit and I brought my own firewood and I've set up the swag in the sun, and I think I might just sit down and have a beer now while the sun sets. The only thing that worries me is there's a lot of wombat poo around here, so I'll have to make sure I pack everything away tonight, because otherwise I might have an invasion of wombats looking for food. Every rock, every log, It's got poo on it. And if you don't know what wombat poo looks like, I'll show you some later. Anyway, beer o'clock.
In the heart of the outback, where the stars shine so bright, we gather round the campfire on this cold winter night. The wind whispers secrets through the gum trees tall, as the flames dance and flicker, casting shadows on us all. Oh, the fire keeps us warm as the stories come alive. Underneath the Southern Cross, we feel so alive. In the chill of the night, with friends by our side, around the campfire's glow, there's no place to hide. The kookaburras laugh, echoing through the dark, while the dingoes howl their lonely, haunting bark. We share tales of old, of bush rangers and gold, of dreamtime legends and adventures bold. Oh, the fire keeps us warm as the stories come alive. Underneath the Southern Cross, we feel so alive. In the chill of the night, with friends by our side, around the campfire's glow, there's no place to hide. The cold may bite, but our spirits are high, with the warmth of the fire and the southern sky. We sing and we laugh till the morning light. In this wild, wondrous land, we embrace the night.
Start of another beautiful day. Just very windy this morning. But I'll get up and have a coffee and some breakfast and make some plans for the day. So what do you think of my camp chair that I made? I made it out of scrap timber. And it's literally, what's that? Well, 1.2 meters, I think, by 900. And it's not 100% finished. It needs a couple more coats of varnish. But to put it together, you literally slide the one into the other, like that. And then you sit on it. Very comfy. If you want to see how I made it, check out this video up here. There's a link to the DIY. And the good thing is it folds back nice and skinny, just like that, and it fits in the back of the ute. This timber is a bit thick and a bit heavy, but obviously I made this out of scrap timber, so I didn't really have a choice, but you can make it out of other timber as well if you want. The plans are included at the end of the DIY video if you want to see measurements. So it's turned out to be a beautiful day. There's clear skies, blue skies, not a cloud about. It's a little bit chilly and still very windy, but I can't be bothered to pack up my camp, so I'm going to go for a walk instead of for a drive and explore the area, see what there is around. I'm going to head up to the road, take a left and head down the gully and see if there's a creek or something down there. Maybe next time I'll bring my fishing rod. Anyway, let's go. This is Goldworthy's link track. I actually drove this yesterday on my way to Mount Golden Lookout. I haven't seen a lot of traffic today. I heard some dirt bikes at about 7:30 this morning, but I haven't seen any or heard any since, which is nice and peaceful. Just what you want. This is what I was looking for. Sign of deer. I did bring my bow this weekend, but I haven't bothered to take it out yet because of all the leaf litter. But there is clearly deer around here. This is not very fresh though. Some more deer sign here. And this is fairly fresh because this is on top of my tracks from yesterday where I drove through. Well, it's looking worse than it did yesterday when I drove through it. I didn't go through the puddles, I went through these other tracks yesterday because I was scared I'd bottom out. But looking very muddy today. Someone must have come through after me. There's some more deer tracks here as well, and I can see some dog prints over there. This is in my track from yesterday. There's deer. And there's a cute little wombat. Looks like someone came from the other side and didn't want to risk going through the mud, so they made a U-turn. And it looks like they've got highway tyres, so maybe that's why. Weren't going to risk the mud. Probably a car with no clearance. Pretty good on them for making a U-turn and not getting stuck. It's warmed up a bit. I've taken my jacket off. I've walked about 3 k's from my campsite, and I'm actually almost at the campsite where I was 2-3 weeks ago. If you watched my previous video, I'm nearly at that campsite, Goldworthy's campsite it's called. So I've turned around and heading back. I'm getting hungry. I didn't bring any food, just water. So I'll head back. Probably take me another half an hour to get back, 40 minutes maybe. It's not far, it's just very hilly. Yeah, enjoyable walk, even if I did just follow the road. Well, I just got back from a 90-minute walk, because I walked along the road, and I had to come back the same way I went out because there was no way back. But it was enjoyable. Came across some 4-wheel drivers and some dirt bikes, trail bikes, whatever you want to call them. But now I'm going to make myself some lunch because it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm starving. So, time for some lunch. So why do I love coming out to Strathbogie so much? I love it because it's peaceful. Most people head up to the high country and Strathbogie gets ignored, but it's got some really good tracks, got some beautiful walks, and the forest is gorgeous. Plus, if I'm not hunting, I can bring my dog here because it's a state forest, so dogs are allowed, which is always good. Yes, you get dirt bikes and four-wheel drives up here, but generally only when the gates are closed up in the high country. The gates are currently still closed and I've only seen 3 cars today and 4 bikes, and yesterday 2 cars and maybe a dozen bikes. So it's not too bad. It's not crazy busy. And of course I love the boulders. These massive boulders are all over Strathbogie. And that's why I like coming here. Peace and quiet. It's about 7 PM. I just got back from an afternoon hunt, an unsuccessful afternoon hunt. So I've lit the fire so I can cook myself some steak for dinner. And warm up, because it's bloody freezing. Beer and peanuts while I wait for the fire to burn down. Need some coals to cook that steak. Good morning. Bit of a wild weather night last night. Didn't sleep much. The wind was absolutely howling. Not too bad down at ground level. My campsite survived just. I could hear the awning lifting up because I don't have it pegged down. But yeah, it's all okay. But up there, the wind in the trees sounded like a roaring ocean, like waves crashing non-stop. So that kept me awake quite a bit last night. Not much happening this morning, unfortunately. I'm just going to have some breakfast, have some coffee, and then pack up camp and head back to Melbourne. Need to be home by lunchtime, so don't know if I'll do much driving. Thanks for watching to the end. Much appreciated. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more of the same. And if you really enjoyed the video, just click over here and you can watch the last one that I did in Strathbogie Forest.